All right, guys, buckle up because what you're about to hear is huge. Trump's AI and Crypto Czar, David Sachs, just went on Hannity and he exposed this massive mistake by the federal government. You're not going to believe this. $17 billion Bitcoin blunder that could have made taxpayers an absolute fortune. But that's not all. Trump is now moving to reshape crypto policy in a way that could change everything. What does this mean for Bitcoin's future? Should the government be hodling Bitcoin instead of dumping it? Guys, you got to hear this. Roll the clip.
What do you make of the president's crypto, and what do you make of the fluctuations in the crypto market?
Well, Sean, good to be here. You're right. I mean, Bitcoin has proven over time to be a very good investment. It's proven to be very secure. I mean, the thing you just need to know about the security of the protocol is that it's worked. I mean, Bitcoin has now been around for over 15 years. The price has gone up from basically zero to roughly $90,000 per coin. And we think this stuff is scarce. It's like digital gold, and we want to keep it in a digital Fort Knox. Now, what we're talking about is Bitcoin that's already on the federal balance sheet. So the federal government, as a result of civil and criminal seizures and forfeitures, had accumulated roughly 400,000 Bitcoin over the past decade. And unfortunately, the federal government sold off roughly half of that at very low prices. I think we made something like $400 million or less than $400 million. And if we had held that Bitcoin, it'd be worth over $17 billion today. So that has cost taxpayers dearly that we did not have a long-term strategy. So President Trump has now signed an executive order, we talked about it at the Crypto Summit, to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We think we've got about 200,000 Bitcoin left. We want to maximize the value of those, and the way that you do them is you hold them for the long term. So that's what we're doing. We're creating a digital Fort Knox. And I should just say one more thing, which is we don't know for sure that there is 200,000 Bitcoin left because no one's ever done a full and complete accounting or audit. And that is one of the things that President Trump has directed is we need to do a full accounting right away. Everything needs to be audited because we need to maximize the value of these assets for the American people.
Okay, I don't tell people how to invest because I'm not an expert. I'm definitely not an expert on crypto. With that said, I do read a lot, and I do talk to a lot of people that know a lot more about it than I do. And you have people like Michael Saylor, for example, who I'm sure you're very familiar with, extraordinarily bullish. I've interviewed him once. Extraordinarily bullish on the future of Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Where do you see Bitcoin going yourself in terms of, where does it ultimately, how high does it ultimately go?
Well, Sean, I don't want to be in the business of making predictions around the prices of assets. I don't measure the success of what I'm doing based on price levels, but really based on innovation levels. I'm a policy advisor for innovation. So the last thing I want to do is come on your show and tell people to buy a particular asset. What I can tell you is that if you look at the historical trend, Bitcoin has gone up over time, but with huge and volatile swings. So as an asset, it's not necessarily for everyone. If you're a retiree on a fixed income and you might need the money anytime soon, you should talk to your financial advisor, but I would tell you don't do it. If you're a young person and this is surplus funds and you can afford to take a risk, then talk to your financial advisor about doing it. So I think that ultimately your risk profile has to matter in a decision like that. But what I can tell you is if you look at the 15-year track record of Bitcoin, it's basically gone from zero or almost nothing to 90,000 roughly. So it has over time with wild swings proven to be a good investment. And I wish that the federal government had held on to all of its Bitcoin instead of selling half of it so cheaply.
Okay, maybe a better way to kind of get you off the hook, and you're not going to be giving financial advice, and we'll use a disclaimer. You are not advising people one way or the other, but you obviously believe in crypto. You obviously believe in its long-term viability. You believe in its long-term future. You believe for a lot of people it will be a good investment. And do you see anything that would inhibit its growth? One thing that's kind of shocked me a little bit as I follow it, and I'm on Coinbase, I see it every day, is the volatility is very real. It's not for the faint-hearted, and I look at it as a long-term investment. I'm not betting the milk money on it, but it's been kind of a fun little hobby of mine. But overall, are you bullish on the idea that crypto is here to stay and its value? There will only be a finite number of, for example, Bitcoin. Are you bullish that it will maintain value? Do you think the odds are very high? Knowing the volatility aspect of it.
Well, the reason why Bitcoin has maintained its value is because it's scarce. The Bitcoin protocol only allows for the creation of 21 million Bitcoin. Now, if anybody ever figures out how to create a counterfeit Bitcoin, fake Bitcoin, or it's a problem called double spending, then all Bitcoin could become worthless. But no one has figured out how to do that. And we're talking about now a system that's been around for roughly 15 years. So it's been a long time. And Bitcoin now has something like a $2 trillion market cap. And you can think of that market cap as a huge bug bounty or incentive for hackers to try and figure out how to break the security of Bitcoin and create fake Bitcoin. Nobody's been able to do it. And so as Bitcoin's become a bigger and bigger target, it has proven to be more and more resistant against these attacks. And that, I think, has led to more confidence and more acceptance throughout the world. So Bitcoin is accepted by huge numbers of people all over the world who view it as, again, a kind of digital gold. So, or it's known as a store of value. And so, I do think that as long as the acceptance keeps growing the way it has and the security remains intact, then I do think that long term it will do well.
Okay, guys, first off, if you're enjoying this content, do me a big favor, smash that like button. Hit that thumbs up like button. It helps more people see the video, helps out with the YouTube algorithm. I don't understand it, but I appreciate all the support, guys. All right, the $17 billion mistake. Federal government had over 400,000 Bitcoin from criminals, civil seizure, but decided to sell half of it at ridiculously low prices. If they had held it, it would be worth over $17 billion today. Now, here is Trump's crypto vision. The new executive order aims to audit and strategically manage the remaining Bitcoin, treating it like a digital Fort Knox rather than a quick cash grab. So let's talk about Bitcoin's security and its longevity. David Sachs highlighted that Bitcoin has been around for 15 years. It's grown from virtually zero to $90,000 per coin, and it's never been hacked, proving its resilience. All right, so crypto's future under Trump. Well, with Trump actively engaging with crypto and AI policy, could this mean a pro-crypto White House for the next 4 years? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. And guys, this is the exact opposite of Biden's approach. His administration, it was way more hostile towards crypto, aggressive regulations, SEC lawsuits against crypto firms. This raises some serious questions like, should the government be investing in Bitcoin instead of selling it off, right? And would holding Bitcoin actually strengthen the U.S. financial position? We've seen other countries like El Salvador, for example, go all in on Bitcoin. Could the U.S. actually benefit from doing the same? Let me know what you think, guys. Did the federal government make a massive mistake by selling the Bitcoin too early? Should the U.S. hold Bitcoin long-term like digital gold? Is Trump the best candidate for crypto and financial freedom? I guess we're going to find out, guys. But let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you want to support the channel, do me a big favor. Consider becoming a channel member. Your support, guys, helps keep conservative news and real discussions like this going. I appreciate you for watching. Couldn't do without you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your Saturday. I'll see you later with another update.